So here we go. This is my first, I guess, video on the page showing my face on the YouTube page. And today, people who know me knows I don't know. It's been a long time coming. I've always kind of put this kind of content out there, but I thought today I might as well give you a little bit of myself as a person, really, and give a quick backstory behind the idea of Power Ranger as a song and the inspiration of the song and everything. So for those few new people who have just see who are watching this for the first time, I'm sorry for that. I forgot. I had a brain freeze for a second. Who are just watching this for the first time? Power Ranger is my newest song, available on all streaming platforms. And yeah, and I wanted to give a quick breakdown of where the song idea came from. I'm not a great YouTuber, so you can tell I'm more of a musician myself. I make music. I'm a producer, writer, and everything. So if you want, like and subscribe, the usual YouTube stuff. But into the song story, which is the most important and interesting part of this video. So where do we start with the Power Ranger story? The Where does the story begin? So Power Ranger, and like all of my other song, was an inspiration with a relationship I had with this individual that I really really liked. Obviously, the song was written after this relationship was over. Uh, but I wanted to make because there's been loads of like I wanted to kind of paint the picture of this relationship with this person that I had, and into a music form, which is the best way I express myself. But give it kind of like a real, because there's loads of breakup songs or love songs, whatever. I wanted to kind of give a real perspective, not rude, but crude perspective of this scenario and how I felt. With this person, I was really, 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 I guess, in love and affected towards them, and the whole relationship lived on kind of on a, I guess you could say, a toxic scenario, not where possibly and probably I was more interested into them that they were into me, and I found myself doing everything for them. If they needed anything from me, it didn't matter what time it was, at like 9 a.m. in the morning. As long as I could see, I would go there and offer emotional and physical support by just being there, and being able to talk to them, and helping them out. And they definitely care for me, but possibly I was at that point in my life investing way more than they were giving me, and that was the idea of Power Ranger. That's why in the chorus I go, I know you don't love me, maybe you're the only one, mesmerized, maybe I'm the only one mesmerized inside your eyes. I'm your Power Ranger, let me save you for the day. Use me, throw me away. Use me, throw me away. So like the chorus explains, I was in that situation where she would hit me up or use me, and then throw me away, and then not reach out, not contact me after having seen me, and I would always come back because I was genuinely really infatuated and affected. I guess you could say in love with this person, and it was it was a kind of like a weird cyclical event that kept going on and on. And why did I decided to use the "I'm your Power Ranger" line? It's because from I don't know if anyone of you is wondering why I chose Power Ranger and not, like, I don't know, Superman or Spider-Man or Batman. It's because the reason why I chose to use it and make it a Power Ranger is because I wanted to use a superhero name at some point in the song, apart from it being more beneficial in terms of video, in terms of pushing the video out there to people who haven't heard the song. It's kind of like a little bit more clickbait. uh I know, guys, the grind must go on. Been making music for 4 years, I got to push it out some way. But the main reason behind it was I could have went with had loads of songs that had names like Superman, even by Eminem, the song Superman, and and all about this relationship and these kind of perfect heroes that can't come on, even though the relationship not perfect. They using somebody like a Superman or a Batman, this perfect hero that at some point comes and save the day, and they get their ass maybe beaten for a little bit of time, but they'll come straight back up and still fight. I wanted to use Power Ranger because I felt more represented. And what I mean by that is the Power Rangers, for anybody who haven't seen, is a group of late adolescents, late teen people, I guess, characters. And that's my age. I'm a late teen, early adulthood, late adolescence, early adulthood. um and they just have a normal life, like they just work, they go work, some of them go schools depending on which Power Ranger you've seen. And they just when danger calls, they just show up and help. And then the thing I really loved about using the simile and metaphor of being a Power Ranger was because the Power Rangers are not perfect. They get their ass whooped a lot of the time, each episode, and sometimes they literally just lose. And then eventually, yeah, they might come back, and there's the whole superhero stereotype that comes with the whole they'll come back and save the day and everything. But one thing I really loved, and I felt like I felt represented with the Power Rangers, is the fact that they would come back, but they'll still be wounded, and they would have learned from their lesson, but they will still be resilient and come back and fight it. Which some superheroes, I feel like they not convey that feeling of literally being used and thrown away. Because after they save the day, nobody really thanks the Power Rangers except the people, except the inner circle. It seems like the city completely forgets about them, and there's no, unlike like a Batman or Superman, there's no point where everybody in the city accepts them and they're like, oh, you're a superhero. No, they just go back to their normal life. Don't really see any big hooray to save the day, and then the next time they come back is the exact same period. So you exact same loop of events, and there's no growth. There's no point where you receive validation from the outside world and people accepting and seeing how well of an individual you are, or how good of a superhero you are. And that's how I felt. There was no point in that point. Sorry, I repeated point two times there. There was no point in that relationship where I felt like I was fully embraced, and the work that I put in was appreciated by the other person. And yeah, that's why I chose the word Power Ranger in the end. um so so moving away from that, and it got to the whole song, it's about being there for that person, if they even they call you at 9 a.m. or 2 a.m. and whatever, you just show up. And that's what I did. I literally just when they needed me, I was there, because like I said, I was really really in love with this person. And eventually stuff did not work out, and it happens. That's part of life. But it was a learning experience. And with the song, I tried to convey, the reason why I tried to convey this kind of like sad but not too depressing mood of yeah, I deep down, there's even a line where deep down I know they don't love me. It's because in real life, I knew deep down there wasn't um that emotion that I had towards them being reciprocated and being shared. And I was too afraid and too insecure to let it go. So I just remain attached to it. In fact, I even have I am too insecure, too afraid to let her go. That's a line on the song. And yeah, I just kept coming back and back and back. Yeah, then eventually this relationship ended, and we both went our separate ways. The song was the song was written. I wrote the song like about November time. I finished it, wrote and recorded it by November time. And by this time, this relationship was already over a year. It took me kind of like a year of self improvement to reach to the point where I was confident enough to talk about this relationship and stuff like that, and bring it into the world. But yeah, that was the kind of like a little backstory and explanation for how Power Rangers was made. If you like a little explanation of like the lyric, a breakdown of the lyrics, or maybe how I made the instruments and everything, just let me know in the comment section below. I guess what do YouTubers do? Do they like and subscribe? Is that a thing? Is that a thing us cool guys still do? And yeah, that was Leo, and I'm out.